There is a moment that arrives in silence, like a shadow slipping through the cracks of your carefully built reality. Not everyone experiences it, but for those who do, everything changes forever. You suddenly see the invisible chains you've worn your entire life. This is not the glowing mountaintop fantasy sold in self-help books. This is the cold, quiet awakening that strips away every illusion. It is the moment your soul grows intolerant of falsehoods. You begin to release what no longer fits, not by choice, but by absolute necessity. I have walked with many souls through this dark corridor of the mind. Today, I reveal the 7 patterns that inevitably fall away when you truly awaken. These are not gentle suggestions. They are harsh truths that once seen can never be unseen again. First, the desperate hunger for approval slowly dies inside you. You stop scanning every room for validation like a starving animal. The need to be liked, accepted, and praised becomes repulsive to your deeper self. You can no longer perform for others. Your nervous system rejects the old game completely. You speak truth even when it costs connection and comfort. This is freedom, disguised as isolation at first, but it is the beginning of real power. Second, the craving to be seen as special dissolves into nothing. The spiritual ego that once wore enlightenment like a crown is finally exposed. You realize you are using profound insights only to feel superior to others. That mask cracks, and ordinary humanity feels strangely liberating. No longer do you need to broadcast your depth to anyone. True depth needs no audience. It simply exists in silence. Third, the exhausting performance of constant positivity finally collapses. You stop pretending every wound is a blessing in disguise. Dark emotions are allowed to breathe without shame. Grief, anger, and fear are no longer enemies to be spiritually bypassed. Real peace is born only after you stop lying about how you truly feel. Authenticity replaces the glowing facade you once wore. Fourth, the iron grip on certainty loosens its hold forever. You stop needing to know everything just to feel safe in this world. The mind that once demanded absolute answers now rests in deep wonder. Not knowing becomes a profound kind of inner power. You walk through life with open hands instead of clenched fists of control. Presence quietly replaces the illusion of safety. Fifth, blame as a lifestyle ends its reign over you. You stop building your entire identity around what was done to you. Even when the pain was real and deep, you slowly reclaim the pen of your own story. The victim narrative loses its seductive grip. You begin to see your own hidden patterns repeating across different faces and different places. This recognition is uncomfortable, but absolutely necessary. And here is the twist that many people refuse to accept even when they see it. The real prison was never the people who hurt you. It was the story you kept telling yourself that kept you powerless and small. Letting go of blame does not absolve others. It frees you completely. Sixth, using spirituality as an escape hatch is quietly abandoned. You stop using beautiful wisdom to avoid feeling what is real. Meditation, detachment, and non-duality cannot replace raw human experience. The body keeps score until you finally return to it. You learn to sit with the mess, the longing, the ordinary pain without running. True awakening must include everything, not just the light parts. Seventh, the proud identity of being the awakened one falls away naturally. You stop needing to be more conscious than everyone around you. The separation you once felt was never spiritual superiority. It was fear wearing a sacred and beautiful mask. Now you can meet people exactly where they are, without judgment, because you remember being there yourself not long ago. These 7 patterns all share one hidden root that controls most humans: Every single one was a sophisticated defense mechanism of the ego. They protected you when protection felt essential for survival. They served their purpose well in their time. Now they must die so you can truly live. The release is rarely dramatic or sudden. It is slow, uncomfortable, and deeply honest work. You let go, then grasp again in moments of fear. Each time you return to an old pattern, you see it more clearly than before. The spiral of growth turns steadily upward. You are not becoming less of a person through this process. You are becoming real for the first time. The version of you emerging needs nothing external to feel whole. No approval, no specialness, no performance. No certainty, no blame, no spiritual bypassing, no false sense of superiority. Just presence, just truth, just the quiet power of being fully here in this one life you actually have. If these words stir something ancient and familiar inside you, know this truth. You are not lost. You are remembering who you really are. The path is dark and lonely at times, yet it leads to the most authentic freedom a human soul can know. Stop performing for the world. Stop escaping from yourself. Stop waiting for permission to be real. The world does not need another polished mask. It needs you, unfiltered, unafraid, and fully alive. Begin today by noticing where you are still pretending without awareness. Observe it coldly and honestly. Write down one pattern you clearly recognize in your own life right now. Sit with it in silence and watch its power weaken. Every time you catch yourself in the old game, you take another step toward freedom. This is how real transformation happens. The awakening does not make you special. It makes you honest, and honesty is far more rare and valuable. Share this truth only with those who are ready to hear it. The real awakening spreads through quiet recognition, not loud preaching. If this message touched something deep within you, do not scroll past in silence. Let it work on you. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next unspoken truth. More hidden knowledge is coming. Your real self is patiently waiting on the other side of these painful releases. Walk toward it without hesitation or fear. The game you have been playing was never meant to last forever. For those brave enough to see clearly, the awakening was always inevitable. Thank you for listening with open ears and a courageous mind in this noisy world. Until we meet again in the next transmission, stay awake, stay honest, and stay real. The hunger for approval no longer controls you when you truly see it. You become untouchable in the deepest sense. The need to appear special fades when you understand its emptiness. What remains is far more powerful. Positivity as performance dies, so genuine peace can be born. Feel everything. That is the secret. Certainty is the enemy of wonder. Let it go, and life becomes alive again. Blame keeps you chained to the past. Reclaiming responsibility sets you free. Spiritual bypassing is the highest form of self-deception. Return to your body and your truth. The identity of the awakened one is the final ego trap. Drop it and real connection begins. Everything you are releasing once protected you. Honor it, then let it go. Growth is not a straight line. It is a spiral that rises with every honest return. You are not losing anything real. You are only losing what was never truly you. The person emerging does not need to be understood by everyone. That is their greatest strength. In the end, only one thing matters: being fully here, fully honest, fully alive. This awakening is lonely at first, but deeply fulfilling. Trust the process. You have already begun. The fact that you are still listening proves it. Keep going. The real you is closer than you think. Stop chasing, start being. That is the entire teaching. The darkness you feel is not the end. It is the womb of something new. Everything false is falling away, so only truth remains. You were never broken. You were only asleep. Now you are waking up, and nothing will ever be the same. This is your invitation. Accept it fully. The choice is no longer comfortable, but it is yours. Walk the path with courage and radical honesty. The world needs more real people, not more performers. You are becoming one of them. Continue. Thank you for walking this dark path with me today. If this resonated, save this message. Return to it when you forget. Share it only with those who carry the same quiet fire inside. The awakening is calling you. Answer it. You already know what must be released. Begin now. There is no perfect time. This moment is enough. Breathe. See clearly. Let go. The real self does not shout. It whispers in the silence. Listen closely. It has always been there. This is the end of the old you. Welcome the new. Stay awake. Stay honest. Stay free. The journey continues beyond these words. I will be here when you need the next reminder. Until then, remember who you are becoming. The mask is heavy. Drop it. The truth is lighter than you imagined. You are ready. You have always been ready. This is your time. Claim it quietly but completely. Thank you for your attention and courage. The real work begins the moment this ends. Go now, be real, and never look back.